Hi, I'm Nancy Newquist, and this is Rightsizing. I live in one of the most beautiful places on earth, Santa Barbara. Here, you'll find amazing people, fascinating culture, and history. For years, I have helped my clients right-size their lives through real estate, organization, and learning what matters most to them. Join me each week as we explore the world of Rightsizing with Nancy.
On this episode of Rightsizing, Nancy is visiting Montecito Village Travel to learn about the benefits of having a travel agency book your next vacation.
Hi, Rihanna. I'm so happy to be here. And can you explain to me how working with Montecito Village Travel sets you apart from the internet as being a travel advisor?
Yeah, as a travel advisor, we can do above and beyond what the internet can do. We have that personal relationship with our clients that gives us a one-on-one working relationship. So we know you, you know us, and we can provide you with an experience that basically the internet cannot. We provide concierge services, which would be activity reservations and dining reservations. And we also offer additional perks and amenities, upgrades at hotels and things like that that will better your experience.
And I understand that you really don't have to pay more for this.
No, you don't.
Many times.
No, you don't. A lot of people think that if you go online, you're going to save money, but that's not the truth. That's not normally the truth. So what we do is you can actually, if you book directly through a hotel or on the internet, we can provide additional benefits at the same prices at most hotels, at many of our properties.
Yeah, I think that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And it really changes your ideas on going out and traveling and being adventurous, because you are there to help us, support us, back us.
Right,
and you're not tripping into some weird hotel that you found on the internet with a terrible room. You secure that we are going to have the best experience.
Right, that's our goal. As a travel advisor, we love to travel. That's our passion. So we're always out there traveling. We're always looking and reviewing properties, destinations, hotels, car rental companies. We want to ensure that their services are up to par of what we're going to offer you.
And can you explain to me Virtuoso membership?
Virtuoso is a global network of travel advisors and hand-picked travel providers as well, which gives us the benefit of offering great experiences for you.
And I see that you have a wander list. Can you explain that to me?
Sure. Well, why don't you tell me about where you would like to travel in the future? Do you have a bucket list?
Ooh, that's a good question. I do. One would be Chile. Another one would be spending a month in Italy. And another one may be Japan.
Yeah, well, that sounds great. So that's what we would start with to come up with your wonder list. That would be your wonder list. And as a travel advisor, as a Wonderlist travel advisor, I would help you plan that and plan that in the future. So I'm going to be always looking for special experiences that might fit into your wonder list. And so then you can accomplish that. I'll also be able to save you time and money based on what those destinations are and how I can put that together for you.
The next question I have for you is sustainability. When we travel, we want to make sure we leave a good footprint.
Well, sustainability is one of the most important transformations of our travel industry right now. Virtuoso is committed and dedicated to making sure that when we want to experience those lifetime trips, that we make sure that we're caring for the people and also for the destinations that we're visiting.
That's really important, especially in this day and age where we need all we can do to help our earth and our society. And so just going through a travel advisor is what is going to help us keep that sustainability.
Right, because we're dealing with and we work with providers that assist us with those goals under the Virtuoso umbrella.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, I want to thank you for inviting me in and talking about all the things we've talked about today, but the biggest issue is the internet, and people are going to the internet constantly thinking they're getting a better deal, and I myself have done that, and in my experience, I have picked a hotel that looks lovely, and the price is right, and then I arrive there and it's in not the best location, and my room is facing the street or an alley where there's garbage trucks coming, and I don't get a good night's sleep.
Right.
And you would have never picked that for me.
Right, because we have those contacts. We belong to the community of Virtuoso, so we are able to make sure that your stay is the best that it can be. And by reaching out to our preferred providers and those contacts that we have, we can make sure that it's perfect for you.
And I do know that when you go through the internet, if you don't like your room, you don't get changed.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do
You're
about
locked
that.
in
Yeah.
because you've paid that discounted rate or whatever.
Right.
Which that would not be true with using a travel advisor.
If by chance something like that does happen, we're here 24/7 to assist you with any difficulties you may have on your trip. You reach out, you contact us, and we're there to help you and to get you moved in case of a bad room or something like
A
that.
bad experience.
Yes.
So using a travel advisor means that you get the best for less.
Exactly, Nancy.
And that's what we want for our experience.
Exactly.
Also, I want to thank you for allowing me to come in.
Well, thank you. I
And
appreciate it.
We're talking about right sizing, and the idea of right sizing is people maybe moving into a smaller home, being closer to their children, and then being able to have their extra money, time, leisure to go out and travel and experience things that they haven't because they've had too much to care for.
Right.
And so that's why it's so important for right sizing to have something like Montecito Village Travel to be a partner with us, to know that we're here, you're here, and we can help you for your long-term goals.
And we're
of
happy to
traveling.
help in any way we can.
And how can we get in touch with Montecito Village Travel?
You can either call us or visit our website.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nancy.
Stay tuned. Right Sizing will be right back.
We understand that replacing your windows is a big investment. That's why we encourage you to call us, Bay View Windows and Doors, for a free, no-obligation in-home estimate. And our design staff will make sure you get the right Milgard windows at the right price. We're the one-stop shop for Milgard Windows and Doors, and we're going to save you a lot of money.
Bay View Windows and Doors.
Nobody does it better than Bay View Windows and Doors.
Call or visit us today.
Welcome back to Right Sizing. Next up, Nancy is going to meet with Dave and Kim, who are handling the estate of their late uncle, including the sale of his house.
This is Dave and Kim Carr, and they are from Wisconsin. They came all the way out here to help support their uncle, Dick, who passed away in December last year, and we're sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dave and Kim are here to help get the estate ready, the home to go up for sale. Dave is a trustee. He's trying to get all the components together before they go back to Wisconsin, and I'm here to help them with the sale of their home. We've started out with walking through the house, seeing that it was full of your uncle's items from over the years. They moved here. When did Dick move here?
They moved to 72, and I think this house probably a couple years later than that.
And okay, and he had a home full of items from organs to collectibles, dishes.
Keepsakes.
Travels
Right.
around the
They
world.
traveled a lot throughout the world and the country, and my Aunt Virginia, who passed away in 2014, she collected everything and anything and kept everything and anything.
Right. But a lot of
And
that,
so-
was that already taken care of after her passing?
Actually, no.
No?
I
Okay.
think he had a difficult time moving on from that, and so we found a
Okay.
lot of
lot
the
of
things.
those
He
things
kept
too.
on everything.
Okay. So when I came into the home, it was about 2 weeks ago when you arrived, and we walked through it and we said, well, now what? And so my job was to help you take care of those items inside the house and get them sold
Right.
or given away to whoever needed them. And we did that in about a week.
Yes, we arrived here and Kim and I immediately started cleaning and going through room by room, drawer by drawer, cabinet by cabinet, and sorting things through to see what could be sold or donated, and what
was important.
What was
Yes,
important to
what
keep.
we needed to keep.
Right.
And
so,
that's how, because Dick was a good friend of Dana's, your brother's, he had asked Dana a long time ago if he would sell the house when
Right.
Dick passed.
yeah.
And so that made this a little easier because I had at least an initial contact. Also, fortunately, the trust attorney lives right across the street here, and so I've been,
You've got everybody at
Yeah,
your
everyone's
fingertips,
there.
which is nice.
Yep.
which brought you into the picture, and given that it was such an overwhelming task looking room by room and wanting to get it cleaned and ready for sale eventually, your resources were extremely valuable. We get contacted Habitat for Humanity and thrift stores and the like, but you had a number of resources that allowed us to start
Moving
clearing the
things
house
on.
out and getting it ready for
With
eventual
Habitat
sale.
for Humanity, Dick wanted to donate everything to them, and they said, sorry, we can't take everything.
Right.
Is that
Right,
correct?
they
They only
were,
wanted
we-
the smaller pieces.
We connected with them, and someone came out and tagged a lot of things, which was nice to see, but there was a lot that
They didn't
they
tag.
didn't want. They're very limited in space,
Right.
which was a problem.
Right,
But they did take quite a few things.
right.
And then you had several resources, dealers in the Santa Barbara area that you knew that came in and bought a lot of things, and then later on other things were just donated again. So
Right.
it just kind of got the ball rolling, and as it is right now, as you'll see, the house is pretty empty other than a few things that Kim and I need as we're
Right.
living out here, and we'll be heading out back to Wisconsin
right.
after my uncle's funeral.
And didn't you expect to have dumpster after dumpster after
Oh,
dumpster?
yes.
Yes, we
Yes.
had 2 Marburg dumpsters out
Yep.
here, and
We were expecting to have 1 or 2 more delivered
Yes.
to get rid of all the
And
big
you didn't
furniture.
have to.
right.
Yeah,
Fortunately,
everything was
people
given
It
away.
was wonderful.
Yeah, well, we had Larry Zajic first over, and he has an antique store downtown that we're going to go to next, and we're going to see what he purchased and how he's repurposing those. And so we want to give the idea that people can purchase things, or if they're given away for free, and get reused instead of throwing into a dumpster. And that's what the whole thing is about right now, is repurposing. Thank you so much for everything on my end and Dana's end, and we will wish only the best all the way around.
Yeah,
Thank you
Yeah.
for all of your help.
Yeah,
And
well,
hard
thank
work
you.
and-
Yeah,
we couldn't have done this without
No.
your assistance, as well as all the people that came in to
that
take
got
things. So
involved, yeah.
I think we can head back and leave the house in your hands and know that
Away
it's
we
going to
go.
be taken care of.
Yeah, I'll make sure everything's good. I'm so glad that I was here to help you. This is my mission in right sizing. And next, we're going to go inside and we're going to meet Penny of Delicious Decors, and we're going to see what she's going to do with staging.
The most important part of real estate is making your clients feel at home. Nancy has spent her career doing just that. For her, the focus is entirely on the client, listening to their wants and knowing their needs. The only way this is done is by building personal relationships with each and every client. Nancy is a seniors real estate specialist and an expert right-sizer. Her previous work in antiques and estate sales has given her the experience to help her clients through every step of the real estate process, from assessing the items in the house to helping hold real estate sales and preparing the home with any necessary renovations. As a distinguished member of the Santa Barbara community, Nancy has a wide network of connections, helping provide the best price and quality no matter what the need is. Nancy knows that buying or selling a home is never a one-size-fits-all. By partnering with Nancy, you will receive real estate experience tailored to you and your needs.
Penny, look at this. This is a house that I've just listed, and we need you from Delicious Decors to give us a sample of what you can do to make this house sparkle.
These ceilings are amazing.
Aren't they?
Yeah. This is a huge room, and it's so vacant. Obviously, it's going to look better staged. Yeah, and it's large enough for us to do like a formal living sitting area and also another seating area.
You almost have to in this house.
Yeah, it's a big space. Really nice.
Well, what do you do with Delicious Decor?
Well, we turn a house into a beauty by our staging. We base our staging on the architectural style of the home, the scale. We've got huge ceilings in here, for example, in a big room, so it would require another sitting area other than a formal sitting area. Mm-hmm. And also the scale and the buyer demographic. And I raised 4 children in this neighborhood, so I know this buyer demographic well. You've got great school districts, so I'm imagining it'll be a family that's going to want to move in and get to use the school districts.
And what colors would you see in this house?
We often use a lot of off-whites and whites. They look fresh and inviting. They make any space pop. And then we'll accent it with whichever accent color we choose, for instance, maybe blues. And it's going to depend a little bit on this carpet, right, what choice we're going to go with. But we often use those types of lighter colors to make it bright and fresh.
Right. And as you can see, we had big old furniture that sat here for a long time. And so we'll be removing this carpet.
Oh, good.
And to getting a fresh new look, which will be one of these samples.
Oh, these are good. I love the texture.
Mm-hmm. Texture is what will give this not looking such a big space.
And so dated.
Right.
And it doesn't show dirt.
Which is great.
Yeah.
So we're going to be picking one of these colors, and I'm sure since we have to match the tile and this ceiling, we have to make sure it blends within all those colors, and then you have to add the furniture that will go with one of these.
I'd lean toward this one.
You know, that's the one I kind of like too.
It's the lightest of all of them. It goes well with the tile. It has sort of the brown tones in it that go well with the ceiling and the rest of it. And it's still it's still light enough, but there's enough deep color in it as well, that if we use like white or linen color furniture, it'll pop off. And then I'd probably use an accent color of blue.
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody said, would you use gray? And you said no because of the coloring in the house.
Yeah, the coloring in the house is more on the brown side. So
right.
I wouldn't go with the gray.
Are people starting to go away from gray now? I mean, it's been such a big color for so long.
Grays are still popular, but it tends to be more popular when investors are completely flipping a house, and then the floors would be all gray. The walls would be a light gray. But your floors in here with your tile have more of a brown tone to them, and clearly so does the ceiling.
Right.
And this is in beautiful shape. It doesn't need to be redone. Right. So I would go with what will go with the house as is without spending extra money.
Right, right. And now we have the dining room here. And what would you be doing with the dining room?
Well, we'll treat it as a formal dining room and put a nice big dining table in there with a buffet, some art, probably a mirror, and it always brings in more light and reflects off the rest of the room. And this is such a big space that when we open it, it's all open together, so we want it to flow as one big space.
One big space.
Yeah.
But you know what I discovered about this dining room, and it won't happen while it's staged, but if you put a wall here, there is a closet on the back side of that wall. We can flip the closet to be on this side, and this could become a 4th bedroom, which this house is a large house, but it's only 3 bedroom. So it would make it, with a little bit of work, a 4th bedroom.
That's a great idea.
Penny, let's go look at some of the other rooms, and then you can give me ideas of what we're going to do with those rooms when we go to stage it.
Sure, sounds
Okay.
great.
Look at Penny, the wood ceiling on this side is just as beautiful as the other side.
Yeah, this is a terrific family room. I'd say we probably would need to go with a sectional in here and make sure that you can see the fireplace, and also there would be viewing for the TV. Since the desk is a built-in, we'll make use of that by adding an office desk chair to it with a piece of art above it and some decor. And I still think we also have room probably for maybe another chair in here, so we can get plenty of family seating, since this is a 3-bedroom and potentially a 4-bedroom house.
Mm-hmm. And the furniture that we have here now will be leaving. Dave and Kim are still staying here, and they will be going back to Wisconsin soon. And so as soon as they're done, I will clean up, and then we'll get it ready for Penny. Well, we won't be doing much in the kitchen. We will be removing the chairs that are around the island there, but the buyer will have to do any of their upgrades that they want with the kitchen. And Penny will work her magic.
In the kitchen, we'll do a few pops here and there of interest for the kitchen for staging, but we usually keep the counters pretty clear so that people can see there's plenty of space to work in the kitchen. Once Nancy has the chairs removed, we will add some updated bar stools there. It's a great place for a family to hang out and have breakfast and do homework and so forth.
We might have to change out that light, do you think?
Yeah, you know what we could do is just cap it.
Okay. Penny, look at this great backyard, and look at that nice big patio. What do you think you can do with that?
This is great. It's nice and big. I would remove all of the pots, and then I would use an outdoor conversational set where we'd have a sofa, area rug, coffee table, and a couple of lounge chairs that go with it for an entertaining space out here. It looks like you've already got a built-in barbecue, so if we could clean that up, I think that would work.
Yeah, I can see a lot of afternoon parties here. It's a great home.
Nice space, yeah.
And now let's go into the master bedroom to see what we can do there. There is still a few pieces of furniture left over that I have to remove.
Okie doke. Look at this room, Nancy.
Isn't this a beautiful room?
Yeah, it's got those great ceilings again.
Yeah.
It's huge. It's a nice size, and it's always nice to have a fireplace in the master.
Well, what can you do with this room, Penny?
Well, once you've removed all this, I would suggest actually using what's very popular and in style these days is an upholstered tufted headbed. But I would go with probably a queen and your nightstands and lamps, just to make sure the space looks open enough. And then we could do a sitting area over there by the fireplace and for the outdoors.
Yes.
And here we can put a big table acting as a dresser.
Nice. And utilizing the fireplace would be great. As you can see, they're not using it at all.
Yeah, so if we put a chair with a table, make a sitting area, and then something on the fireplace there, and then of course a nice piece of art and something on the mantle.
And this will be all cleaned up so that you'll have a clean palette to be able to do that with.
Love a clean slate. That's the way to go.
Since this was built in the 70s, you've got to see this shower because it's a great shower.
Well, we will certainly add our touches of decor on the sink and vanity and some artwork. It'll update it a little bit.
And Penny, we can't wait to see what you're going to do to this room and the whole house with Delicious Decors. How can people find you?
Well, people can find us on our website, which is deliciousdecors.com, or they can call me directly at 805-448-9226, and they can come see all the homes that we have staged and see our work and get an example of what we do. Thanks, Nancy.
Since initially visiting this home, it was partially remodeled and staged for sale. After going on the market, Nancy is excited to report that they have received an offer and the home is currently in escrow. Welcome back to Rightsizing. Nancy is currently in beautiful downtown Santa Barbara, where she's going to talk with a dealer who frequents estate sales and repurposes items into fun new treasures.
Larry, we're at your store at Old Town Antiques, and we're checking out all the things that you purchased at the last estate sale that I held. And can you tell me about some of the items you've purchased?
Sure. There's, first of all, there's that hand rushed bench that's for two right there. We've got a globe here, an old world globe. It's not as old as it looks. It's a repro from Italy.
Oh.
We've got a really wonderful oak chest over there that was handmade by someone named C.J. Jorgensen.
And then I see a sewing cabinet, which has already been sold.
There's a Martha Washington sewing cabinet over there that sold the first day I brought it in.
And you didn't want to buy it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, and I
My arm still hurts.
I forced it upon him. Take this, take this. Why? It will sell. And there it did.
Yep.
And let's see, what else did you buy? You bought this piece of artwork, I noticed that.
That's the Santa Barbara Mission. I don't normally buy those, but that was kind of a unique shot of it, so
Okay.
I bought it. Yeah.
And besides that, you repurpose a lot of things. Do you want to tell us about this here?
Well, I guess I will. I don't want to, but I will because I don't want anybody else doing it.
Oh,
But
yes.
anyway, this used to be a desk. If I find a desk cheap enough, I will take it and repurpose it into nightstands, chop it up. I've got a lot of sections, middle sections to desks piling up in my backyard. Then you fill in the holes wherever they were and you repaint it, and nightstands are hard to find, so it's a win-win situation. Yeah.
And what are you going to do with all the middle parts? Fire one?
Fireplace someday.
Well, the one thing that's so great, Larry, about your store and what you have here is you're repurposing things. You're taking things, not putting them in the dumpster, reusing them, and getting new people to put their eyes on it to see what they can reuse and use in their household instead of buying new.
Yeah, I think, Nancy, instead of putting it in the dumpster, I think you'll find us taking it out of the dumpster.
Yes.
And
I've seen that.
There's no better feeling than taking a piece of furniture or whatever that someone sees no value in and taking it home and redoing it, and then have people fighting over it.
Oh, that's a great one.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling. It is.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah, it really is.
And that's the whole thing about right sizing, is taking things that you have and making sure they get reused for the purpose of not throwing things away, and having right sizing in our lives to make sure that we're saving the earth, helping the earth, and creating a good environment for everything. Well, thank you for letting us come and see what you've done with all these great things, and I guess I'll be talking to you at the next sale.
I hope so. I certainly hope so.
Yeah.
Call me.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Rightsizing. Be sure to join Nancy next time for another exciting episode.